Morning, everyone. I'm Saleha, and this is Chai, Chat, and Community. My guest this morning is Susan Yengi, who's standing for the Victorian Council elections from the Maribyrnong City Council. Hello, Susan, and thank you so much for coming to the show. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Susan, can we start off by you telling us something about yourself?
Sure. Well, my name's Susan, as everybody knows. I live in Maidstone. I am a mum. I've got a 2.5-year-old and we have a 11-year-old as well. Originally from South Sudan, came to Australia as a refugee, have been here for probably about 25 years now, I think. So, yeah, I feel like I've gotten to know Australia probably a little bit more than, other people who've recently arrived, but there's still a lot that I'm learning about the country and just the system overall, trying to keep navigating my way through it. Yeah, that's kind of about me.
Okay, thank you. Why are you standing for the election, Susan?
Well, like I said, I'm a mum, so when I think about my area locally and the facilities and the services that's available to local families, there's a couple of things and some areas for improvement. That's one of the reasons why I put my hand up, because I wanted to contribute to my community via providing opportunities for young people and families to access some really important facilities. The other reason why I'm running is about diversity and representation. As we know, the issue of diversity and representation in Australia is something that's been talked about for a really long time. And as people talk about it, it just, hasn't really translated, I feel, in action. And where I live in particular, we have a very diverse community, but our council isn't necessarily reflective of that diversity. So I really want to advocate for underrepresented communities to make sure that they're given the opportunity to get their voices heard. But the other really important reason why I'm running is about, trying to empower women, particularly women from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds. I want to hopefully, next time around me running, there's been other women who've seen me running and gone, you know what, if she can do it and she's doing it, then maybe we can do it too. And I really want to be able to encourage other women to run for council, because I understand the decision to run for me wasn't very easy. And I also know there's a lot of barriers for us as women, but importantly as women from multicultural backgrounds. And so I know sometimes that's a bit of a barrier, and a lot of people think about that and don't want to put their hand up. But I think it's really important, for us to all have a say and for us to contribute to our local communities. And the only way we're really going to be able to see change for our communities is if we're actively involved in the decision-making process. So, hopefully this way we can encourage each other to be a bit more active.
More power to you, Susan.
Thank you.
What is your mission and your vision, Susan?
I just wish to have a community where everybody is treated equally, where everybody has the opportunity to have a say in, the decisions that council makes about them. I want to have a community where we celebrate each other, we respect our differences and celebrate our differences, because, we acknowledge that our differences make us stronger, and, there's always opportunities for us to learn from one another. So that's kind of my vision, just to build a socially cohesive community, and one that's going to be sustainable for the future, and hoping to have, lots of opportunities for our seniors, for our young families, for our young children, our adult children, etc.
Thank you. And you're a mother of two, and I'm guessing you've done lots of community work, especially in sports, because that's what most of us do, isn't it? Pairing our kids to various sporting activities.
Yeah, so I haven't, not too much at the moment, like in terms of the kids, because the 11-year-old, he plays football, so he plays for local clubs. So yeah, he's well, they're not playing at the moment, obviously, because of COVID. But usually they have their footy season during winter, and every Sunday they've got games, and during the week they have training. But I have done a lot of work with young people. That's where I work, actually, the space I work in. I work in with a number of schools in the West, and I'm really passionate about young people and creating opportunities for young people, because they are our future. It's really important for us to build communities that are going to be thriving now, but also in the future, especially for our young people with everything that's going on in the world. I think, we ourselves have to take it upon us to make sure that we leave a planet and a community in particular that our children are going to be thriving in, and where they'll be able to get along with each other.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah.
And what are the changes you'll bring in if you win this election, which I'm sure you will?
Thanks. I really hope so. But, we'll see. Look, I think the greatest strength, for me possibly is the fact that I'm from a multicultural background, the fact that I work with young people and I've worked in the community space for a really long time. So I feel like I've got, strength to be able to engage with the community. I think that is something that is a little bit lacking, or at least particularly in my area. There's a little bit of a disconnect between council and the community, and just that, connection that people are looking for. And that's really what I want to try and bring to the table, is that opportunity for people to be connected, for people to be engaged. There's so many people, surprisingly, especially in multicultural communities, who don't fully understand the functions of council, who don't, fully understand that they do have rights, and they do, they should be able to participate within the decisions that council makes,
Yes.
and in things that affect them. So I want to go out to the community and find ways to properly connect with them, let them know about, council and what council does, and, say, hey, this is what we're here for. We have an open door for you. Come see us anytime. And yeah, just create connections.
Yes. Oh, that's great. And what makes you different from your, should I say, competitors, other people who are standing against you, and why should voters vote for you?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the difference, I think we're all unique and different. We bring different skill sets to the table. And if I look at, the number of people that are running, I'm pretty sure we've all got different strengths that we can bring to the table. Unfortunately, only 2 people can be elected. And I think with the current makeup of our council, it's really important for us to have a really balanced council, both in experience, in skill sets, and in views. And I guess what I bring to the table is my individuality. It's a different perspective, a different skill sets, and different views. I've got a really strong connection to the multicultural community. I've worked a lot in this space, and I think given that there's some challenges with engagement, in particular at a local level, I think this is a skill set that hopefully council will be able to utilise, and and make sure that we really build a really strong community together.
I'm sure they will. I know you're very busy, Susan. Thank you for joining me this morning.
No worries.
Have a good day and all the best. I'm sure.
Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I mean, all the best to all the women out there who've put their hands up, particularly the women from multicultural communities, who I'm sure have so much on their plates at the moment, but are doing all that they can to participate and run for council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.